She has arrived. Whoa, okay.
Whoa.
No.
Easy there, Joe. Oh, what an entrance.
She has arrived.
Do a little retail therapy there?
You like them? See, Stella was rotating inventory, and I mean, it's not often I can find something in my size. They were $10.
Go-go boots are back, I guess. You look like a fembot.
Oh, come on, you don't like them?
I said you look like a fembot.
Oh, good. Fun is what I was going for. I thought we needed a little zhuzhin up this week. Back to basics. Fun.
They're loud, though.
Well, I think that's good. Pop a color, It's like accent piece.
No, they're loud. All right, I can't have you squeaking all the way through my show, okay? Take them off.
Oh, thank God, because my feet hurt so bad. Oh, my pinky toe is digging into my ring toe. It's... Okay, good. Besides, socks. Stocking feet. Perfect for what I've got planned tonight.
I don't dare to ask.
Oh, well, we'll see what you dare to do, my dour dude.
Glad to see you bouncing back, Joe.
I don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about because my head is 112% dedicated to giving our fans a fun show.
Consider me duly chidden?
All three are actually acceptable.
No, I don't like that. All right, strap in. We got a show to do.
Shoop, shoop. Evening, cuties. Welcome to Josie's Lonely Hearts Club. I'm your host, Josie Heller. Let's spend the night together. Everybody okay after that blackout last night? I'll admit, it even had me spooked a little. But only a little. Then, I indulged in it. The silence, the forced stop. Your ear catches any old sound. Your eyes try to make sense of black shapes clogging up blacker landscapes. It made me think of sleepovers as a kid. Those long, sugar-fueled nights where you hear everyone breathing, but you're too anxious to sleep. Overfull with secrets and gossip and promise and hormones. Something about being stuck in the dark. No screens, no distractions. No AC rattle or refrigerator hum. Makes us antsy, doesn't it? Nothing to keep us company but our own wicked thoughts. The power might be back on, but I'm still fidgety, cuties. It makes me want to play a game with you. I'm already your nighttime confessor, so let's switch on those lines and play the original sleepover classic. Truth or Dare. It's open-ended tonight, so call that number you know by heart and show the rest of us you're in the cool clique. Come on. 505-555-KDNM. I double dog dare you. Frank, who do we have up first?
Well, before we get into the calls, I just want to say I love this idea. It's very, very cool. Quick question. If someone picks Dare, what sorts of things are you gonna do? Because it's 11:30 at night. A lot of our audience is driving or in bed, and how do they prove that they did it? Also, if they end up hurting themselves, I'm a scotch worried about our own liability there, Joe.
Oh, fair.
Well, maybe it's time for a little Never Have I Ever. You ever play that?
Of course I've played. And it's just, remind me, though, you say something that you've never done.
And then one of our listeners will call in with a story about them doing that. Huh? Still fun? Yeah? So how about it, JH? What's something that you have never, ever done?
This is your game. How about you? How about you, Frank? Tell us something you've never done.
Oh, Josie, you know there's nothing I've never done. Come on, take it. Anything you want.
Fine. Well, then I've never made whoopee in a moving vehicle.
Great. So now all we need is someone who has made whoopee in a moving vehicle. Any moment now. Didn't actually foresee the downtime as, hey, we have one, Joe. Calling in with a story of whoopee, we have Aldo calling in from Alamo.
Aldo from Alamo, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Excited to be here. Excited to have something relevant to actually call in about.
Ooh.
I met my ex on a cruise ship.
Oh.
But that's not where the whoopee happened. That's where we met. Things were honestly heading that way and would have had the cruise kind of gone the way it was supposed to, but on day 3, there's a helicopter landing on the helicopter pad. Every cruise ship technically has a helicopter pad, but you don't think it's going to happen. Well, first we're like, is there, a medical situation? Oh, no. We cruise enough that we know that a code Alpha is a medical situation, a code Bravo is a fire situation, code Papa, there's someone has ingested poison.
Really?
Code Oscar is there's a person overboard. And no codes had been called, so we were very thrilled. Like, maybe it's a celebrity. There was always rumors celebrities would come on this cruise.
Oh.
So everyone runs up to the deck, right?
Okay.
The crew looks scared.
Okay.
This was an unscheduled landing. The helicopter lands, stepping off of the off of the helicopter.
Aldo.
3-foot long.
Wait.
Everyone's freaking.
Aldo, I'm having some.
100%. My pants.
What?
Took them.
Oh boy. Oh God.
U.S. Senate.
Can you even hear me, Aldo? Oh no.
Little bit of German in high.
Aldo.
Sorry, Josie. I think we lost him.
Did you get any of that?
Something, Senator. I was captivated.
Question. If you can get frequent flyer miles, do you get frequent cruiser knots?
Anyways, just to keep things cruising, I'll do one, I guess. Never have I ever had sex at a concert.
For those music lovers, who out there has gotten busy at a concert?
I mean, Josie, you could always hop in yourself.
Somebody else. Come on in and tell me all about their musical escapades.
We do actually have one.
Oh, look at that.
Olivia calling in from Broadview.
Olivia from Broadview. So, musical mayhem.
I am blushing. I cannot believe that I'm calling in right now. I'm a pit musician. I'm a violinist.
Oh.
There was this cellist. Oh, I'm proud to say I had a bit of a fling with.
Ooh.
My whole life growing up as a violinist, I've always lusted after cellists, and I finally, I bagged one. I'll call him Jay. I was working in this pit orchestra, and it's very hard to get a musical produced these days. They're turning to movie musicals, adapting movies, adapting books, and this was actually a sponsored content musical. So this was Emergency.
Ooh.
The musical. The packets?
Yes, the powder, the sort of the tang that boosts your...
That was actually the opening number. There's a tang and a kick. So Jay and I we're playing one show, and the show's been running to some success.
Right.
Right after intermission, everything changes because our main characters got a cold. Because of the dark turn, we have a long stretch, about 35 minutes, where there's no musical scoring at all. It's kind of dark and moody down there. And then we know we have this 35-minute break, so we go into the, there's like a closet. We got so caught up in it where we missed the first few bars.
Oh no.
So someone comes looking for us, and they fling open the closet door where I'm in a very compromised position. It was entirely out of character for me to miss even a note. And as titillating and fun as it was, I have not been hired back.
Oh no.
But I am married to Jay now. We're married.
That is the foundation of a beautiful relationship, and it could be one half of a fabulous string quartet.
Oh.
Be careful.
Well, thank you so much. This was fun. This was the most fun. It really was.
Olivia, I'm so glad you called in. Absolutely. So, hey, for our next, what's something you've never done?
Oh, never have I ever sent nudes.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Olivia. So good to have you on the show, cutie.
Thank you so much.
Well, actually, while we wait for our nudist, we actually have Aldo back on the line.
Oh, fabulous. Aldo, we were rudely interrupted. How in the world did that story end?
Yeah, so sorry about that. I believe we got caught off at the point where we had just landed on the unmarked island. We're walking down, and my ex was very amused and kind of, a little, I think, turned on, if that's okay to say. The helicopter touches down on the dock, not before she and I got a chance to get our stories straight and make sure we didn't, drop the ball and all of a sudden get in trouble for being there.
Mm-hmm.
And they lead us to a monorail, and the monorail is full of and champagne and armed women. And
oh, no.
this thing pulls out.
It's happening again.
Faster.
Oh, no, Aldo.
Right into a tunnel.
Oh. Frank, this is killing me. I am riveted.
I'll tell you right now, I have never done whatever it is Aldo did.
Have we got any shutterbugs on the line? I've got to hear about this.
Yeah, we actually have a couple. So I think we are going to pull out Sydney, calling from Cañones.
Sydney from Cañones. Welcome to the show, cutie.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I sure can, Sydney. What's going on?
All right, great. I am mortified to say that I have, in fact, sent nudes, and I'm really looking for some help, some advice, because I don't know what to do.
Okay.
I'll tell you the whole story.
Sure, please.
I was dating a real catch. His name was Tennyson. He was really dreamy. He works in HR for a restaurant chain, but I work in a law office.
Oh.
We are the premier divorce lawyers here in New Mexico. Tennyson and I have been seeing each other for roughly 3 months, and he's perfect in every way. Because he works in the restaurant business, he does have some quirks. For example, he likes to incorporate food items into our sexual activities. We do, in fact, now send nude photos, and they're mutually appreciated and desired, but he prefers that these nudes do have a food element, if you will. So I went to send Tennyson one of these foodies. I traditionally send them in my email because it's more highly encrypted than a text message. But when I begin to type his name in my personal email account, it auto-fills. However, I was mistakenly in my work account. And when I typed TE, as you might when you type Tennyson, team showed up.
Oh, no.
So I inadvertently sent many photos of my pussy spilling out ramen to my entire legal department.
Wow, Sydney, what a pickle you find yourself in.
Those were also included. Pickles in all the holes.
My goodness, I applaud your bravery, but it does sound like you've got a little bit of a mess to clean up. Do they show your face?
They do, in fact, show my face. I want to clarify, Josie. I am proud of them. I look incredible. No one can hold on to a pickle in their earlobes and mouth simultaneously as well as I can.
I don't doubt that.
But I don't want that image to be what my coworkers see when I bring them, an important case, when I meet with a client. I mean, this could go on Yelp.
I understand that you don't want to lose face with your team, but if you love these photos, well, you should own it. Just embrace it and express those were sent in error. I will not apologize for them. Pull a lawyer and say no further questions.
This just happened 1 hour ago. I'm sitting alone in the break room. Actually, everyone has left as they don't want to see me with any food items. But I do have to hold an all-hands meeting tomorrow morning. And so your suggestion would be just go in there and admit how incredibly sexy I look. And I'm proud.
Stand your ground and just assert that you are my team, but I am still the head of the team. And if you've got a problem with it, well, there's the door. While I'm sure you want to mitigate as much of the spread of this information as you can, find a way to make it a positive.
Thank you so much, Josie. It's almost like when I make lemonade out of the lemons I stick between my teeth.
Absolutely. In the light of this prodigious leak, what is it that you haven't done?
I guess, I would say never have I ever had sex on a first date.
Oh, who out there has a little first date nookie to entertain us with?
Well, here, let's come back to that later. We actually have Aldo back on the line.
Aldo, fabulous. We are on tenterhooks.
Okay, yes. Again, so sorry about that. The monorail rocketed into a tunnel. Then some chaos starts to break loose amongst the, parties that are going to be negotiating. And they set me and my ex up in a cozy little private monorail car.
Oh.
where they are...
Sorry, we lost him again.
All right. While we figure out our service issues and you figure out the services that you've provided on a first date, perhaps, we're going to take a quick break, cuties. Don't you touch that dial. We'll be back soon.
All right, we're out.
Oh, nice. Good start.
Yeah, it is a good start. When are you going to chime in, Jojo?
The show isn't the Josie Heller story hour, buddy.
Come on, give us a story, if you got one.
Two can play at that game. What, you've got a transportation sex story?
2017 Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta.
You did it in a hot air balloon?
Half Mile High Club, baby.
Oh, that poor pilot.
You kidding? It was her idea. So, I showed you mine. What do you think, kid?
Oh, look at that. Look at the time.
Oh, Saved by the Bell. All right.
Welcome back, cuties, to Josie's Lonely Hearts Club. We're snuggled up in our footy pajamas tonight, sitting in a circle around the fire, giving some sleepover vibes for days. A reminder to those just joining us, we're playing Never Have I Ever. And next up, Never Have I Ever had sex on a first date. We have anybody on the line, Frank?
Yeah, calling in from Santa Clara, this is Kit.
Kit from Santa Clara. Looks like you've stepped on up to the plate. You've got a first date friskiness to report. Is that so?
Yeah, JC, I'm actually Josie. Sorry, I'm thinking about Jesus right now because I was raised in a very conservative household, so I called you JC. But listen,
whoever you got to talk to.
Boy, do I need some prayers answered right now. So I'm on a first date.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. I stepped out. I'm actually at a theater. It's showing Lady and the Tramp.
Oh.
Anyway, we're in the back of the theater. So I got my hand on the armrest, and she reaches over and grabs my hand. I'm like thinking, oh, wow, this is just like, this is what the imagination is when you're 8 years old. Like one day a girl's going to like me and hold my hand, But then Josie, she takes her hand. And she puts it down on her lap.
Yes.
And then she puts it inside of her skirt.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got no underpants on. The question is, I've never moved so fast in my life. And I'm just wondering, I don't want to disappoint. And I don't know. And also I'm scared that, I'm going to do the wrong thing. And, it's just, maybe it's my parents in the back of my mind still talking to me save sex before marriage. But also, I don't know. Maybe it's time to be a real man. I'm just kind of I gotta go back in there, and I just don't know what to do.
Well, answer a couple of questions for me, Kit. Do you want to save it till marriage?
I mean, I like her. I like her, and I don't want, a 10-speed to be the only thing I've ridden in my life,
Now, I think what you have to ask yourself is, do you want to lose it in a movie theater playing the 1955 Disney classic? I'd reckon maybe no.
I think you're right. I think I should probably not be in a movie theater with a bunch of children and the parents,
But I say get back in that theater. You find that date of yours, and you ask her if you can take it somewhere else, somewhere you won't traumatize some families.
All right, Josie. Thank you so much. Oh, man, I can't wait to see what happens tonight. Hey!
Quick, before you go, what's something you've never done?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I've never, I was a teller in a bank once, but I've never robbed a bank. Never have I ever robbed a bank.
We'll make do with that answer. Get on out of here and go lose that virginity, son.
Bye-bye, virginity.
Well, we've just facilitated somebody's first time, and seems like the best way to transition from that is to get somebody's maybe first crime. So we need a bank robber. I know it's a tall order, cuties, but let's see what we've got out there. I mean, anything. Who took the cookies from the cookie jar?
I worry that that's a little bit of a de-escalation there.
Don't let perfect be the enemy of good, Frank. If we don't get a bank robber, what's a step down from bank robbing?
I might actually have a step up because, Josie, we have Aldo back.
Aldo, please, come on. Don't leave us hanging.
Okay, can you guys hear me now, okay?
Yes.
So, they gave us our own little private monorail car. It's very cozy, very close, got pretty, pretty steamy in there. One thing leads to another.
Mm-hmm.
Then the monorail derails. They load us all into some Jeeps. The Jeeps start driving up the side of what I'm pretty sure is a volcano. Long story short, We, accompany the dignitaries and the senator up to the negotiation suite. It was one of these things where the person needed to make an appearance, they needed to say the right thing, they needed to have it translated, and I kind of helped that happen, and the fact that my ex was there with me kind of helped me sell the whole thing. She stepped in a couple times. The whole situation kind of gets resolved, and they say, well, unfortunately, we can't take you back to the cruise ship because it is out of range of our helicopters. Could we interest you in a ride to your destination in our submarine? Obviously, we say yes. So now we're under the ocean.
You are going down. Is that where it happens? Is that where it goes down?
Zooming along under the ocean, in
Yes.
cramped, close quarters, and long story short, sonar pings, yada yada yada, that's a shark, yada yada yada, pirates, yada yada, the UN troops, yada yada yada, back into port. We end up back where the cruise ship was docking. The people are all freaking out seeing us that we're alive, and we get on the plane, we fly home, and we bone in my car in the airport parking lot in the town that we both happen to live in.
Aldo, I could have sworn that it was a moving vehicle.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Never mind.
I think you should call back again, because we deserve to hear a story from beginning to end without so many of these interruptions.
My life's not really that interesting.
There is one way you can still help. What have you never done?
Oh, sure, okay. That's easy. Never have I ever been in love.
Oh, Aldo, I think that as much as it breaks my heart that you say that you haven't, I believe you. 'Cause if you felt it, you'd know. It really is my time to belly on up to the buffet, because I have. It's like a free fall. I've never, here, they are all coming up. Never have I ever gone skydiving, but I can imagine what that feels like, to feel so entirely out of control and hurtling towards someone, some other human, some other creature who has, life and brains and organs and a spine, but none of that is, you just can't stop thinking about that whole person and the heat they give off, and you can't wait until you see them again, and it hurts almost, but it's so exciting, and it you'd find yourself I don't know, just giggling to yourself randomly. You think you're insane. You think that you're crazy for a while, and sometimes you think when you're in the thick of it, you go, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. This is the strangest, most disorienting feeling, and yet you'd lay down on train tracks to have that again. I do hope you do end up calling back, Aldo. I am getting the high sign from Frank, which, oh gosh. But hey, don't touch that dial coming right up. Frank, what's up next?
Coming up next, we have Marge's Magical Mixtape.
Ooh, yes, Marge's Magical Mixtape. So for those of you who have not listened lately, Marge's Magical Mixtape is a all-vinyl request hour led by our own Margie. And Margie is going to be opening the hour with a ritual and then having a completely vinyl playlist to a complete vinyl playlist to ease us into the early morning hours and start your week off magically. So, Marge's Magical Playlist coming up on KDNM. Good night, cuties. See you next week.
All right, Joanne, that was great. You let yourself you want to talk about it?
No, I do not.
Okay, good. See you next week.
Yeah, okay. See you next week.
Well, Josie's Lonely Hearts Club was created by Maximilian Clark and Rachel Music. This episode was edited by Aliza Brugger. Our show's callers included the talents of Marnina Schon,
Meghan Falcone,
Geoff Grimwood, and Jeff Lorch. Josie's Lonely Hearts Club is brought to you by the folks over at the Good Story Guild. Give them a follow over at Instagram at Good Story Guild and join our Discord. Be part of the conversation. In the meantime, tell everyone you know that, hey, this show's pretty good, yeah? And never have I ever written a review about the show, which I guess I probably should do that because it's super useful. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'll see you all next week. Night-night, cuties.